She's right down below you, Steve. Just
Yeah.
step outside and holler at her.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the campus of University of Wisconsin River Falls. We're here at Fay Perkins Field for today's Big Rivers Conference action ball game between the Eau Claire Memorial Old Aves and your River Falls Wildcats. Well, I'm Greg Peters, bringing you the play-by-play. Alongside me is Paulie Aderman. Paul, thanks for joining us today.
Oh, thanks for having me. It's fun.
Well, we got it all. Are you kind of breathing heavy with all the work you had to do to get the cameras set up? So, ladies and gentlemen, just to let you know here, look what we got here. This is brand spanking new, courtesy of Peg Aderman. There's your little. That's a little. We got a little 2-camera shot deal today. So we'll have a little. We'll get to see Audrey Aderman pitching from behind there. We get to see some balls and strikes, and then we got a little bird's nest eye view with camera person Steve Pellinger.
Yeah,
we got a full press box here. This is a gorgeous press box up here at UW River Falls. We got Angie Clifton doing the scoreboard. Brandy Pellinger playing. I think she's DJing today, isn't she?
She is.
Good deal. We have stats for both teams. Gorgeous afternoon. Good day for some softball. Let's get ready to go.
This is, I would say, to be picky, it's not necessarily awesome out, but for the weather we've had, this is beautiful. It's perfect.
Well, coming into today, should be a good game. Eau Claire Memorial they've had quite a few close games as well, but they come in, they're 0-10 in the BRC. They're 2-15 overall according to their stat page on Game Changer. The Wildcats come into today 6-11 overall, 1-9 in the BRC. But again, Wildcats have had, if you look at their overall run differential, they're kind of right there.
Yeah, and played Rice Lake close, played Menominee twice close.
Very close.
So that the record could definitely look a little better than what it has, and it's not necessarily always how you start out the year; it's how you end the year.
That's absolutely correct.
Big week ahead of these guys. We play tonight, play tomorrow night in Prescott, play Saturday against St. Croix Central, and then Baldwin. So it's a doubleheader against two towns, and then Monday night back at Eau Claire Memorial, and then Tuesday Chippewa Falls here, and then Thursday Chippewa Falls away. So there's really only about 2 down days, Sunday and Wednesday, the church days, which is good.
Well, for those Wildcat fans that are tuning in, and also for some Old Abe fans tuning in, player to watch for Memorial is number 10, Lindsay Durkop. She's batting a crisp, clean, cool .432 on the season. And she leads the team with 16 hits. She has 7 runs scored, 3 stolen bases. So good player. She'll be leading off for Memorial. And so leading off for Memorial will be Lindsay Durkop. We're going to check out the national anthem real quick. And then we'll get back to business here.
We'll start with the visiting team.
Okay, we're going to introduce starting lineups here.
Leading off and playing left field, number 10, Lindsay Durkop.
So Lindsay Durkop is leading off playing left field.
And shortstop, number 4, Ella Ray.
And batting second, playing shortstop, number 14, Ella Ray.
Center fielder,
Batting third, the center fielder, number 28, Aaron Holtzinger. And batting cleanup and playing second base, Evelyn Kohler. Batting fifth, playing third base, number 15, Taylor Beneke. Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 17, Brianna Berlin.
Number 17, Brianna Berlin.
That's her right there.
Batting 7th and catching for the Old A's.
Batting seventh and catching, number 12, Michaela Lillander. And batting eighth, the pitcher this afternoon, number 8, McKenna Domes.
McKenna Domes.
And batting ninth, the first baseman, number 18, Kayla
First baseman,
Beglinger.
18, Kayla Bailinger. And now for your home team, the River Falls Wildcats.
And leading off for the Wildcats and playing center field
Leading off for the
is number 24, Lily 23, the Jet, Jordan Torres. Torres leading the Wildcats in runs scored with 17 and walks with 8.
number 22,
Batting third, playing shortstop, the Hacksaw, Jordan Schwanz. Schwanz leads the team with 16 doubles. And second in with 14 runs. She has 14 RBI and 3 bombs, batting a clean .346. Batting cleanup, playing left field, number 2, Alexis Ralston. Ralston leads the team in batting average at 375 and also in stolen bases.
Batting 7, number 14.
Batting fifth, the second baseman, number 6, Georgia Bankston. Paul, she was the River City Stitch baller of the game this past weekend.
Yep, had a great game.
Next up, the first baseman, number 11, Morgan Kibble. Third baseman, number 14, Ava Larson. Designated player, number 13, Sydney Kibble. And right fielder, number 25, Danny Pellinger. And on the rubber for the Wildcats this afternoon, Audra Aderman. And we're going to listen to the anthem.
Yeah, interesting piece there, Greg. I know you were getting a lot of stuff ready, but so you probably didn't have as much chance as I did to look around. But if you notice, Eau Claire only has 9 players total. I talked to one of their coaches just before the game, and they had AP testing going, and there was a couple girls that were taking the test that couldn't finish in time to make it.
Holy smokes. So, I mean, literally 9 players.
Yep.
Boy, if you're a River Falls grouper, the over 35 baseball league, going with 9 players is a kiss of death. You get one hamstring gets pulled. One hamstring gets pulled, and you're toe. We've had that a few times happen. Hopefully, the young girls from Eau Claire Memorial won't pull any hammies today.
Yeah,
they'll be all right.
Groupers need about 27 guys, don't they?
We do.
Everybody can play 2 innings.
We do.
But you notice they don't have a very young team. They got four seniors, a couple juniors, and a lot of 10th graders. So they don't have any 9th graders. We've got what do we got? 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's their JV.
That's a good looking shot right there, Paul.
Oh God, yeah, that looks awesome.
And there's number 1 sophomore Audra Aderman on the rubber for the Wildcats. She'll be facing a good stick coming up, Lindsay Duerkop.
Yeah, definitely. She's
batting
.432
on the season.
Yeah, I think she's the only Eau Claire player that's in the top stats for the BRC.
And Kaylee Gunderson, 258. Evelyn Kohler, 205. And the rest of the squad, is under 200, under the Mendoza line on the season.
Yeah, and the interesting thing about that, almost every one of these BRC teams that you look at, their conference average is always way below their game changer average, which means the BRC is just good competition.
Right. Well, and we talked about that too. There's 4 BRC teams that are in the top 12 in the state.
Yes. Yeah, 3 in the top 10, and I think now there might even be 5 in the top 15.
Lindsay Duerkop to lead off the game for the Old Abes. Swings and misses on an outside fastball by Aderman.
Yeah, boy, this is a beautiful place.
Ball 1 from Aderman, a little high. Yeah, Duerkop, 16 hits on the season, 2 walks, 2 RBI, 5 walks, 7 runs, and 3 stolen bases. She leads the Old Abe in just about every offensive category there is. 1-2 the count. If you're just joining us, we just started. It's the top of the first inning. Lindsay Duerkamp leading off the game for the Old Abes, and Audra Aderman on the rubber for the Wildcats. That one's in the dirt. Brings the count even 2-2. They got a nice facility here at UW River Falls, Paul.
Gorgeous, gorgeous. It's, it doesn't have the turf like a lot of fancy places do, but I think it's almost cooler because it does have the grass. It's probably not as useful without the turf, but it sure is pretty, and they don't play many games on here, so they really keep it up nice.
Yeah. Well, we got 190 down the line, 205 to the power alleys, and 220 to dead center. What is the fence out at River Falls High School?
That's
got to be pretty close. This field looks a little bigger, doesn't it?
This has higher fences. I think ours might be deeper.
Okay.
But we know the sign would be worn out, so you'd never know if there was one that said how many feet it was.
Yeah.
Oh, I see Alicia Latham coming in. She was a member of the squad last year. She goes down to Madison, I believe.
And Durkop fouls one again off over to
Well, she's a good hitter. She must
head coach Carrie Winkler.
She must have fouled off at least 3 now.
Yeah, 3 foul balls. Durkop runs the count to full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. There's a pitch from Aderman. And just inside, I think the umpire was ready to.
It looked like he was ready.
He was ready to ring her up. He couldn't quite pull the trigger finger right out of the holster. So Durkop gets a walk. She's on first, and now batting is the shortstop, number 14, Ella Ray.
Yeah, I'd kind of be surprised if she didn't bunt, but maybe they're thinking they need all the runs they can get. Let her take a hack at the first one and then drop the second one down.
Put that walk in there. Aderman rocks and fires, gets under Torres' glove, and Durkop will head over to second base on the wild pitch. And so we drove over to Eau Claire to play Tuesday, and they didn't even start the game, did they? And then the weather was wet. That ricochets off Aderman's upper torso, and that's going to be an infield hit for Ella Ray. Hot shot. Glad looks like Audra's okay.
Yeah, she looks all right. That was a hot shot.
That was right up the middle.
Saved her run at least.
Yeah, Ella Ray batting just 175 on the season, but she has 3 RBI and 3 runs scored. She has a hit right there. And next up, the center fielder, Aaron Holtzinger. Nobody out, runners on the corners, and Holtzinger swings through an Aderman fastball. 0-1 your count. Well, important every inning, but very important in the top of the first, just to get that first out, Paul.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'd be interesting to see on a ground ball if they go for the double play. I suppose hard hit.
That one a little high. 2-1 your count. And Ella Ray swipes second base. She's on. So runners at Ray at second, Durkop at third, and Holtzinger at the plate for the Old Abes. That pitch from Aderman high. 3-1 your count. Aderman rocks and fires, and Holtzinger swings right through that one. Count runs to full count, 3-2. Have we had a 3-2? We've had a 3-2 count every batter, haven't we?
I think so.
Or no, the first one for sure we did. Aderman delivers and gets Holtzinger swinging. That was some high heat right there, right down Main Street.
That's a big out, real big out. She's one of their better hitters, I believe.
Yeah, Holtzinger, she's their second leading hitter, batting .294 on the season. Leads them in has 8 RBI, leads the team in RBIs.
I'd imagine the girl on third, Doms, is probably pretty quick.
Durkop?
Oh, Durkop.
Yeah,
I'm looking
Durkop.
at the wrong.
Little changeup from Aderman. And Evelyn Kohler, a little early on that one, tips it back. 1-1 is your count. 1 down. You can see Ella Ray sitting there at second. Nice camera shot from Peg Aderman out there in center field.
Well, she's definitely watching. She couldn't. She had a meeting late, so she wouldn't be able to make it over here.
Yeah, so she won like a big raffle, didn't she? Like a softball raffle, and won a ton of money and donated it back to the high school softball program, and we used that money to buy this camera on this shot you're looking at right here. Here's the other one that partly that River City Stitch and Johnny's Bar and Dana and Jeremy Cudd Property Realty Executives Realty, sorry,
Steve Pellinger's over on the perch. He was warning the people behind the stadium.
Evelyn Kohler at the plate, and she rips one to right field. Durkop scores, and so does Ella Ray, and the Old Abes are up 2-0 here in the top of the first inning. Nice piece of hitting by Kohler. She took the outside fastball and just ripped it right through the hole on the right side. Let's get the scoreboard updated. Aderman pops a strike in there. So that was a single. We got a lot of stuff going on here, Paul.
You do.
Taylor Binnicky, the third baseman, Taylor Binnicky is at the plate for Memorial. Two one your count, 1 down. Kohler on first, and Binnicky at the plate for Memorial. There's a pass ball and
foul ball.
Foul ball.
Yep.
So
Ump didn't signal
back.
it that quick, but he did. By the time you look down to mark your scorebook.
Yeah.
It was inside pitch, kind of a check swing. Ooh.
Aderman just missed on the inside part of the plate.
Yeah, that one didn't miss by much.
We gonna have any youth kids coming up? There's a headset if they do.
Okay. Yeah, I see a couple down here.
There's a fly ball to left field, and that's going to find some grass. Binnicky with a soft liner to left, and will drop in for a hit. So Kohler is at second, Binnicky at first. 1 down, and up comes Brianna Berlin for Memorial. Berlin, right fielder for Coach Kerry Winkler.
Number 17, Brianna Berlin.
There's your runners on Kohler on second and Binnicky on first. Aderman ready for the pitch and rocks and fires a little high, ball 1. One down. There's a strike right on the outside part of the plate. Evens up the count at 1 apiece. Who do the Wildcats have next, Paul? They got a pretty busy weekend, don't they?
Yep, so we have Prescott tomorrow, and that's at 5 o'clock in Prescott, and then St. Croix Central at 11 in Hammond on Saturday, and then Baldwin at 1:30.
The Baldwin's usually got a pretty good squad,
Yep,
don't they?
They do.
There's an inside fastball from Aderman, and Berlin swings right through it. 2-2 is your count. 1 down, runners on first and second for Coach Winkler and the Old Abes. Old Abes with just 9 players today. If you missed a little at the start of the game, Aderman gets her second strikeout of the inning swing for out number 2. And now batting is Michaela Lillander. She's doing the catching duties this afternoon for Memorial. This would be a big out if you're a Wildcat fan.
It is a big out.
Aderman seems like she's found a groove here in the last few pitches. She's all around the plate. What's a pretty scenic view from the press box up here, isn't it?
It's beautiful, yeah. I could sit up here for every game.
There's the view we're looking at right here. Got the football field off to your south. Tennis courts over here to your east of us. And there's Audra Aderman on the rubber for the Wildcats.
Ooh.
Must have just a bit outside.
I think it looks like she's trying to throw a curve there. Is it? Which I guess is where you want it if they're swinging, but
Yeah.
she didn't bite.
2-1 your count. Ball or high, ball 3. Lillander at the plate. She is according to the stats, just batting .057 on the season. She draws a walk. And bases are full of old Abes for the number 8 hitter, McKenna Doms. She's the pitcher. Who called that little mound visit? Was that
I think
Torres?
Torres, yep.
Now batting for Memorial, number 18, Kayla. I'm sorry, number 8, McKenna Dons.
Well, they had the one good hit that they hit off Audra, hit her in the upper body or wherever that was.
Yep.
And then the one between first and second
Yeah.
was a little bit of a seeing eye hit. And then
Yep.
the blooper.
They had a little Texas leaguer.
Yeah.
And 2 strikeouts and now 2 walks. 2 zips, your score. Old Abe's up in the top of the first, and Dom swings through that one, strike 1. Bases are full of Old Abe's. There they are right there. And McKenna Dom's at the plate, takes ball 1.
Oh, boy, that was close.
Aderman gets strike 2. Torres fires down to first. We've lost Steve's camera, but it's looking for it. Aderman gets a called strike 3 for the third out of the inning. That's a backwards K if you're scoring at home in the book. There's a third out. So Wildcats did give up 2, but sort of stopped the bleeding in a big way with a 3 strikeouts from Aderman in the top of the first, and the Old Abes leave the bases loaded. Let's see, the Old Abes get 2 runs on 1, 2, 3 hits. They leave 3, and we head to the bottom of the first inning. Let me change the scoreboard here.
I see I'm trying to do some recruiting by waving, and I think Leah Larson, she's in 8U. She's standing down there with her friend. That's Ava Larson's younger sister. She is going to be up for an interview, so you let me know
Okay.
whenever
she wants. Any half inning.
Okay.
So we were going to say thanks to our sponsors, River City Stitch in Prescott and on 2nd Street in River Falls. And Johnny's Bar since 1946 in downtown River Falls. Owners Dave and Cheryl Dentman. And last but certainly not least, Team Dana and Jeremy Cudd from Property Executives Realty. Go to teamcud.com if you're buying or selling a home or just want to check out some properties. Property Executives Realty.
So I just got word intel that New Richmond is playing a doubleheader with Chippewa Falls, and they just beat them in the first game.
New Richmond won game 1.
Yeah, and I think Chippewa was maybe either ranked first or second in the state, and New Richmond was 7th. So two wins by New Richmond would really shake up that.
Yeah, New Richmond's they're a solid squad.
Yeah, I think they have 8.
And Wildcats played New Richmond pretty tough, didn't they?
We did, yeah. They have 8 seniors.
68 on the season. She has 2 triples, leads Burke. Burke takes a rip at it for strike 1.
Oh, boy, does she swing hard.
That the flag out in left field started blowing out after that cut.
That's out.
Burke hits one high. It's deep, and it's gone. Talk about hitting the flag. She missed it. by about 2 feet to the right. Lily Burke leads off the bottom of the first inning with a bomb, and she's congratulated by her fellow Wildcats at the plate. She cuts the deficit in half. 2-1 is your count. We'll get this going right here.
Next up for the Wildcats, number 23.
And Lily Burke hits her team-leading 6th home run of the year. She's also moves that RBI total up to 18 with a solo shot. And now batting for the Wildcats, moved up to the 2 spot in the order, the catcher, number 23, the Jet, Jordan Torres. And there's a fastball by McKenna Doms. She throws the ball pretty well.
Yep. Yeah, I had a sneaky feeling after Burke took that first cut that
Torres jumps all over that one. That one's going to be.
it almost went to the amphitheater. Isn't that where the college amphitheater is, right back here? I haven't been to college for so long.
Torres flies one to left, and that's hauled in by left fielder. That's Lindsey Durkop out in left, so Torres flies out to. I don't know why that's not. Torres F7 if you're scoring at home for out number 1, and this brings up the hacksaw, Jordan Schwanz. Hacksaw takes a fastball inside, ball 1. Nobody on, 1 out. We're here in the bottom of the first. And the hacksaw, Jordan Schwanz at the plate. Durkop to, or excuse me, Doms to, hacksaw flies out to the third baseman, F5 for out number 2. And up comes the left fielder, junior Alexis Ralston. Ralston leading the Wildcats in hitting at 375, Paul.
She's she might be small, but she's mighty.
And Doms sends that one a little low and inside, ball 1. Ralston fouls that one right back off the catcher, Michaela Lillander's helmet. So 1-1 your count, yeah.
We got Maisie Cook and Leah Larson are going to come up at the end of this half inning.
Okay. Well, yeah, you might as well have them sort of be ready to go. We'll give like one of them if there's 2 of them. Or maybe if they want to have just 1 apiece, and we'll do one half inning, and one at a time. And then grab that way you can ask them some questions too.
Okay.
Ralston runs the count 3-1. 2 out here in the bottom of the first, and that's
she painted the corner on that one.
Yeah, painted little inside, kind of just right above the waist. Sneaks it in. Dom sneaks it in for a strike number 2. Full count on Ralston. Ralston takes a rip at that one, fouls it back.
That's a good battle right there. She had to swing at that. It was close enough, with 2 strikes.
Yeah, you can't let the ump decide your fate right there.
No.
Doms rocks and delivers,
Good
and
eye.
Ralston draws a walk, a 2-out walk.
Yeah, and the great thing about having Alexis walk is she's speedy as a cat.
Could turn into a double. And now batting for the Wildcats, the second baseman, Jordan Bankston. As soon as this inning gets over, this half inning gets over, girls, we'll have you put that headset on and we'll interview you. Bankston in the box. Ralston on first. Doms with a pitch inside. Look out, Bankston. I have to ask Coach Smith. He did bring the shirts for the baller game. I don't know if Alexis got, if Georgia got her shirt yet, but we'll ask her. So any fans that are watching out there today, you can pop into the chat section. It's pretty early yet, but if you have a vote for the River City Stitch Baller of the game, let us know who you want to vote for. Bankston hits one foul over the first base dugout. Bankston pops it up. Catcher makes a great play.
She did. I didn't think she had a
Michaela
chance.
Lillander got out of her spot in a hurry, and nice play for out number 3. Let's mark that down in the book. Bankston F2. So the Wildcats get 1 run on 1 hit. That was a home run courtesy of the bat from Lily Burke. And the Wildcats down 2-1 as we head to the top of the second. Let me get that.
Okay, can you hear me? Greg, do you want to go or you want to do that? And you want me to talk?
No, so go. Yeah, well, we both can. So who do we have up here with us today right now?
Leah
What's your last name, Leah?
Larson.
So, and you play softball? Mm-hmm. Is your big sister Ava Larson that plays third base for the Wildcats?
Yeah.
Oh man, your big sister's having a good year this year.
Yeah.
Do you play youth softball for River Falls?
Yes.
Tell me about that. Tell me what you like about softball.
I don't know. I like when we get to bat, and yeah.
Tell me what school you go to. What grade are you in and what school you go to?
I'm in 3rd grade, and I go to Westside Elementary.
Okay.
They call that the best side in our neighborhood, right?
Yeah.
Is West Side the best side?
Yeah.
It is. Who is your coach for your 8U team? You're on 8U, right?
Yeah. My teacher and my other coach named Megan.
Nice.
Do you guys want to so we have right now at the plate is the first baseman, Kayla Beglinger, for the Old Abes, and Audrey Aderman's on the hill. On the rubber. And Beglinger hits a little soft liner to first, and Morgan Kibble brings that one in. So F3 for 1 out.
Do you guys want to stick around? And as soon as we get the Old Abes out, we'll have you answer some more questions.
Sure.
Maisie, are you good with that too? Okay.
So we're back to the top of the order, and Lindsay Durkop is up for the Old Abes. She walked and scored in the first inning. Once again, Durkop leading Memorial at the plate, hitting .432 on the season. That's a good hitter, isn't it?
Yeah.
And she must be pretty tough inside. They're really trying to keep it out.
Aderman paints the outside part of the plate there, and Durkop fouls it off to third. 1-2 is your count. 1 down here in the bottom of the second inning. And Memorial up 2-1. Durkop and Ella Ray scored in the first inning. Durkop fouls that one off to third as well. Count stays at 1-2.
I think in 2 at-bats, she's up to 6 foul balls.
Yeah.
This batter.
Got a good stance up there. Takes out good eye there. Durkop runs the count to 2-2. Yeah, she looks like she just does a lot, just hits a lot of slap hits over to the left side.
Yeah, contact.
Probably
Yep.
She looks like she's a pretty fast girl.
Yep. I think her goal is to get the bat on the ball and run.
Beat it out.
It's been many years since we thought all we got to do is get the bat on the ball and
That's
then
right.
run.
She does slap one to third. There's Ava Larson. Great play at third. And Ava Larson guns down Durkop at first base for the second out of the inning. 5-3.
Well, that's confidence builder to get her.
How did you like that play by the third baseman?
Good.
Do you know her?
Yeah.
What's Ava's favorite TV show to watch?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't really hang out with her as much.
You don't?
No.
I wonder why.
You hang out with her more.
What grade
in the
did you
summer.
say you're in? Are you in?
Now batting number 14, Ella Ray.
And next up for the Old Abes, the shortstop Ella Ray. She had a single in the first and now singles again in the second.
Hey, good heads up by right fielder Danny Pillinger. She realized it was hit pretty hard to her, and she scooped it up and tried to get her at first.
Yeah. And with Ray on first, it brings up the center fielder, Aaron Holtzinger. And there's and Liver's a little high and outside. Ball 2. Holtzinger, Kate in the first inning, struck out. Holtzinger hits a ground ball to short. Schwans can't come up with it. And
took a little wiggle bounce right at the end of that.
And after Holtzinger reaches on an error, that moves Ella Ray over to second, and Evelyn Kohler is at the plate now for the Old Abes. Aderman's pitch a little high and outside. Ball 1. And Kohler fouls it off about 10, 15 feet foul in the right field side. Wolf, we didn't have that pole right there, Paul.
Oh, yep. And they're big poles.
Yeah. That's been said before. And Kohler hits one straight back almost. 1-2 the count. Aderman ahead on Evelyn Kohler. Kohler, the second baseman for Coach Winkler. And her Old Abes. Nice block by Torres.
Yeah, real nice block. That'd have been runners on second and third if she wouldn't have bodied up on that.
What is it, Evelyn? Kohler hits a ground ball to second, and Bankston thought about throwing to second, but then she fires the first for the third out of the inning. Great heads-up play by Georgia Bankston for out number 3.
All right, now we got Maisie Cook.
Yeah, who do we have here? What's your
Macy Cook.
Maisie Cook. Okay, so now is your older sister McKenna?
Mm-hmm.
Now she's a heck of a player too. Do you think you're going to end up being a better softball player than your big sister? Tell me what school you go to.
Westside Elementary.
And what is your favorite part about Westside Elementary?
My teacher.
Tell me what your teacher's name is.
Mrs. LaRue.
And what do you like so much about her?
That she's nice.
Okay. Well, tell me what your favorite. We're gonna play Roses and Thorns real quick. So tell me, you know what that is? So Roses is tell me the favorite thing that happened today, and tell me the worst thing that happened today. So do Roses and Thorns. What was the favorite thing that you did that happened today for you?
We got to write a code to our moms.
Oh, for Mother's Day. Ooh, that's timely, very timely. What was the worst part of the day so far for you?
That mostly everybody cried.
What for?
I don't know. They all got hurt.
Oh, okay. Sounded like some tough letter writing.
What grade are you in, Mason?
First.
First grade. So are you doing Little Sluggers?
Mm-hmm.
Little Sluggers softball. You had your first night last night, right?
Yeah, Macy had Little Sluggers softball. So we have, Morgan, first baseman Morgan Kibble's at the plate. Well, Macy, thanks for hopping on. Do you guys want to stay on the broadcast or? Morgan swings through one, count evened up at 1 apiece. Do you guys like color commentating the softball games or?
Yeah.
Okay. Kibble swings through that one for strike 2.
Do you guys think you could talk as much as Greg?
No, probably not.
You can't.
Maybe.
There's only one way to find out. Kibble hits one over the third base dugout. Well, girls, thanks for coming on. We appreciate you coming on the broadcast, and good job playing youth softball. We appreciate you coming out.
Go Little Sluggers and go 8U. Thanks, guys.
Whoop.
I've been
Kibble
around.
fouls one straight back. Go
I've
ahead.
been around Leah a couple thousand times because Ava and Audra are buddies, and they played sports together, and that's the most I've ever heard Leah talk ever, all
Yeah.
combined.
Well, that's good. Well, she was good on the broadcast. So Doms fires one a little inside, and Kibble runs the count to 2-2.
Yeah, we've had streaks where the lower end of our batting order has done really well, and let's hope that this is one of them.
Yeah, Kibble fouls that one off to the left side. So yeah, due up for the Wildcats here is Kibble to lead off, then Ava Larson and Sydney Kibble. Dom's on the mound for Memorial, runs the count full. Let's see, we got McKenna Doms has I didn't write it down. And Kibble rips one to left.
I think they call that the clown punch.
That was a clown punch. Morgan Kibble, solid single to left. Kibble, she's batting .333 on the season.
Yeah, and one you don't hear, but you heard a lot when we were younger. That was a frozen rope.
Yeah, that was a frozen rope. Good swing, good contact by Kibble, and Ava Larson's at the plate. She squares around a bunt, pulls it back. Ava Larson scored 6 runs this season. Takes that one low. Ball 2.
Well, it's a good day. I always kind of judge the weather without looking at my app. I'm looking at Joe Bankston. I see he's got the leathers on. That means the cycle's out.
And there's Torrey Prigge that you just missed him walking. That's going to be a foul ball. You just missed Torrey Prigge walking up the stands there.
Torrey's a great dude. He came over to UWRF and played catch with Audra a lot in the wintertime.
Let's we'll have to get Torrey Prigge over here.
Yeah.
Put a headset on.
I don't know if we'll ever get it back.
Larson squares around. Nice bunt down the first base side.
Yep, she did the job, right?
Yep, did her job, and Morgan Kibble hustles over to second base. Sacrifice bunt for Larson for out number 1. And next up, the designated player, Sydney Kibble. Sydney Kibble trying to drive her sister Morgan in at second. Yeah, that's a good shot right there, Paul. You can see Morgan on second.
Oh, yeah.
Dom's on the rubber, and Sydney Kibble at the plate. Strike 1 for McKenna Doms. Sydney Kibble takes a strike. 0-2 is your count. 1 down here in the bottom of the second inning. Wildcats down 2-1. They got their run off the solo home run from Lily Burke.
Sydney she's a long way off the plate. She must really want to get just the barrel on it, and that's it.
Sydney Kibble batting .250. She's a freshman too, isn't she?
She is.
Yeah, she's batting .259 on the season. 5 RBI. And Doms gets Sydney Kibble swinging for out number 2. And it brings up the freshman Danny Pellinger, the right fielder.
Now batting number 25, Danny Pellinger.
Pellinger hitting .250 on the season. 4 RBI, 9 runs scored. Takes strike 1.
I think Pellinger might be one of those names that's maybe even harder to say than most of the Ellsworth and Prescott names.
Brandy, what was your maiden name, Brandy? Buchert. What do you like better, Buchert or Pellinger? Is Pelling?
Well, actually, neither one of them were pronounced correctly. So.
Am I saying, is it Pellinger? Is that correct?
Pellinger, that's
Okay. Ooh, that got Danny right in the left knee, and she shakes that one off easily and
Didn't phase her. She just took off right for first.
Didn't phase her a bit. She ran down to first base. So 2 Wildcats on. for center fielder Lily Burke. Burke hit a solo shot right at that blue flag out there in left field that you're looking at. And the Old Abes are going to have a little mound visit with the Diesel at the plate. Lily Burke hit her team-leading 6th home run in the last inning.
Now batting for your Wildcats, number 24, Lily the Diesel Burke.
Well, one of her patented line ropes off the fence would be really good here, too.
Dom's first pitch, fastball. I thought that was way outside. I thought that was a ball, wasn't it? Or Burke on that one fouls it straight back, 1-1 the count. 2 down. Morgan Kivel is on second. And Danny Pellinger is on first base. There they sit. And there is Lily Burke at the plate. She takes that one low, 2-1. Well, I brought a sweatshirt, Paul, just in case. I didn't think I was going to need it, but maybe I will by the time this game's over.
It's kind of cooling off a little bit.
I think with the doors open, it kind of get some cross breeze going.
Yeah, I could shut one.
Yeah, see if you can. Unless
Nope, I will. It's coming from my side.
Lily Burke takes a walk, and bases are loaded for the Jet, Jordan Torres. She flew out to left field in the first inning. So Morgan Kivel on third, Pellinger on second, and Lily Burke at first base.
Jordan the Jet Torres.
And up comes to the plate the catcher, Jordan Torres. You can see Pellinger there on second. McKenna Doms on the rubber for Memorial. First pitch a little low, a hair inside. No place to put him.
Going down by 1, you don't even really want to be aggressive here. You're just looking for a good pitch.
And Torres takes ball 2. Torres, speaking of being patient and being particular on the pitches, Torres leads the Wildcats with 8 walks on the season, Paul.
Yeah, I believe that. She's got a good eye at the plate.
2-0 your count. Doms to Torres. Torres slaps one over to second, fielded nicely.
Shoot.
That was Evelyn Kohler. Got the third out of the inning, so if you're scoring at home, that will be a 4-3. That was a big third out for McKenna Doms there. Bases were full of Wildcats, and we head to the top of the third. Memorial still in the lead, 2-1. Whoops. All right.
At the end of 2, the Old Apes lead the Wildcats 2-1.
I will say thanks to our sponsors one more time. Team Dana and Jeremy Cutt, property executives, really. Johnny's Bar in downtown River Falls since 1946. And River City Stitch in River Falls and Prescott. And be sure to type in the chat section your vote for the River City Stitch Baller of the Game.
I thought Tori Prigge was coming up here to talk, but he's just moving spots.
Here, I'll text him, see if he looks at his text. Does he know?
You got a lot going on. I'll text him.
Well, due up for Memorial here in the top of the third inning. Third baseman Taylor Beneke, right fielder Brianna Berlin, and catcher Michaela Lillander. There, Avery Amadon's in the joint tonight.
I talked to her when I was walking in. Yep.
Is she just home for the week?
Just
for a couple days,
got home, I think.
Or
yeah.
is she done for their season's already done?
I think so. Yep.
Well, after a little short Wildcat circle meeting, third baseman Taylor Beneke at the plate for the Old Apes. There's a soft fly ball to short, and Jordan Schwann's
It's a good
rigs
start.
that one in.
Real good start.
1 pitch, 1 out for Aderman. Little fist bumps all over the infield for the Wildcats. Now batting for Memorial, the right fielder, Brianna Berlin. Berlin struck out in the first. And Berlin hits a fly ball to left field. And Alexis Ralston hauls that one in. 2 pitches, 2 outs. You can't get too much better than that, Paul.
Nope, that helps.
Now, next up for Memorial, the catcher, Michaela Lillander.
Almost 3 in a row.
Yeah,
3 pitches.
Yeah, Lillander walked in the first inning. Oh, 0-1 the count. And Lillander flies one to right field, and nice play by Danny Pellinger out and right.
That was a little
for the
bit
third
major league.
Yeah,
Yeah, she flipped the shades down, circled around a little bit, and just
Yeah.
dialed right in.
4 pitches, 3 outs for Audrey Aderman in the top of the 3rd inning.
Yeah, her dad is over here filming on the other camera, and
Yeah.
I saw his toes, his tennis shoes curled up. I don't know. I never seen anything like that.
So we head to the bottom of the 3rd. Wildcats still, Memorial up 2-1. And due up for River Falls, shortstop Jordan Schwanz, left fielder Alexis Ralston, and second baseman Georgia Bankston. Boy, it does add. I think it adds a ton. You know, that camera in center field, Paul.
Good.
It just adds a. Get a little close up. See the pitch a lot better.
We should. There's a couple other youth players down there. We should see if
Sure.
we can figure out how to get them to come up
Yeah.
and chat.
And the hacksaw, Jordan Schwann's in the box now for the Wildcats. She takes ball 1. Hacksaw batting .346 on the season. 6 doubles, that leads the team. 1 triple, 3 home runs, 14 RBI, and 16 runs scored. She fouls that one back to even up the count.
Well, leading off, we just need her to get right on base, right off the bat.
I don't know if Schwanz takes ball 1. Yeah, that the camera now. I mean, I had it off so you can't. But you're. Yeah, and then it is it just because it's not being touched or yeah. 1-2 the count. Schwanz hits one right back at short.
Ooh.
Fires and
First baseman was
yep.
off the base.
Yeah, first baseman Kayla Bellinger. She pulled the foot. Schwanz.
Made a nice scoop.
Yeah. What do you give that?
I think that's an E on the throw, I think, but
All right.
I don't.
E6. And next up for the Wildcats, the left fielder Alexis Ralston, as Schwanz is over there on first base.
I like the idea of Alexis Bunton. She's got good speed. She's got good bat control.
Doms rocks and delivers. Ralston doesn't pull it back in time. Strike 1. Evens up the count at 1 apiece. I was trying to see what year McKenna Doms is. She's number
Sophomore. Oh, no. That's going to be trouble.
Yeah, that little soft liner to right. hits grass, and Ralston hustles all the way around for a double, and Schwanz gets over to third.
I think she could have almost had a triple.
Yeah.
She kind of slowed down. Well, she wasn't going to go. She wasn't going to run Jordan off. But had she been all on her own, I think that was a triple. That.
Yeah, Alexis Ralston hits a kind of a pull cue shot right over first base. Hits the grass. Kind of. There's some spin on it.
Yeah.
Spun. Took a dead right.
Well, as a pitcher, that's a bummer. You know, it wasn't stung, but it's a hit. And
It's a double in the book, and Ralston sits at number 2 at second base. You see her right there with Georgia Bankston in the box. She squares around a bunt, but pulls back. 1-1 your count. Schwann's on third, Ralston on second, and Georgia Bankston at the plate for the Wildcats. Inside, whoop, they called it a strike.
yikes. That's one of those ones as a hitter you're like, oh boy.
Yeah.
But now it comes again. You got to swing. You can't leave it up to him.
Georgia Bankston hitting .327 on the season. She grounds that one right at the third baseman off her glove, and Schwann's slides in safe. So you kind of go, let's do it.
Yeah, I think the shortstop, if she had that back, she
was-
probably went to first.
Yeah, the E5, though, it kind of caromed off her glove.
Yeah. Yep.
So Schwann's score, that'll tie up the game at 2 apiece. Let's fix that.
Yeah, no outs.
And Ralston, nobody down. Ralston gets over to third. Bankston's at first. And at the plate is sophomore Morgan Kibble. Kibble with 8 RBI on the season, batting .333. Kibble singled in the second her last time up.
Smart by Alexis, not to get too big of a jump. We got no outs, so we're not trying to steal home on that. Just get the runner to second, eliminate that force out. I'd like to see another hit on Morgan like last at bat. She really ripped that one.
Yeah, she hit a frozen rope in the second. Got all the way around to third, but couldn't quite get in. She takes that one high. 3-0, no place to put Kibble. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. There's only runners are on second and third, so yeah, there's a first base is open for Kibble. And they're gonna call that a ball 4. Kibble walks.
We got Ava Larson coming up the plate, the sophomore third baseman.
There are your bases, and they're loaded with Wildcats. And here's sophomore Ava Larson. Larson rips one to right center. Off the wall and deep right center field. Ralston scores. Bankston scores. And Kibble goes all the way to third. A double by sophomore Ava Larson.
That's a clutch hit. Big time clutch hit. No outs, bases loaded, hit the gap. Did that hit the warning track?
Yeah, it hit the warning track, and it was a one-hopper off the fence. So 2 more runs for the Wildcats. 4-2 is your score. Kibble squares around a bunt. She misses it. Yeah, Sydney Kibble, the designated player, is at the plate for the Wildcats. Morgan Kibble at third, and Ava Larson after her 2 RBI double off the wall and deep right center field. Larson at second.
Laid off that nice. Home plate checked with the base ump to see if she went around, but he said no.
The sun's back out from underneath the clouds. And Sydney Kibble takes a strike on the outside part of the plate. 1-2 is your count. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the third inning for the Wildcats. Wildcats have scored 3 already to take a 4-2 lead.
Can tag up on that.
And there's a fly ball to center field. And Morgan Kibble tags from third. She'll slide in safely.
We'll take
And
that.
that's a sacrifice fly by Sydney Kibble and drives in her sister Morgan for run number 5. Wildcats take a 3-run lead, 5-2 here in the bottom of the third. And the old Abes are going to have a little meeting in the circle.
From River Falls, number 25, Danny D. Elliott.
Pellinger at the plate now for the Wildcats. She was hit in the thigh on the second inning. Ava Larson at second. Pellinger squares her on the bunt, and it's a beauty. Pellinger sack bunt moves Ava Larson over to third. And with 2 down, it brings up the diesel, Lily Burke. Lily Burke had a solo home run shot in the first inning and a walk in the second inning. She takes that fastball inside and low ball 1.
Now batting number 24, Lily Burke.
McKenna Doms on the rubber for Memorial. Burke hits one hot shot to first. And nice play at third by Taylor Beneke to get Burke. 5-3 if you're scoring at home. And for the third out of the inning. But the Wildcats get 4 runs on 1, 2 on 2 hits. There was 1 walk and 1 left. And we head to the top of the 4th inning. Wildcats in the lead 5-2.
I think those kids out there would like it a lot more if there was some music.
Due up next for Memorial here in the top of the 4th inning. McKenna Doms, the pitcher. Kayla Beglinger, the first baseman. And well, that's the 8 and 9 hitters. And then the back up to the top of the order and Lindsay Durkop.
Okay. Well, I just found Morgan's 90s country playlist. So I have one from that.
Paul, how's that working? Getting Tori Prigge up here? Is he being difficult?
He's not responding. He says, "I'm okay, thanks. Leave it to the professionals." As you said that, he just texted me. Tori's a good guy, and I had the 2 younger girls, Leah and Macy, were up here. I have never heard them talk, and they talk like crazy. Do you suppose if Tori came up here, being that we hear him talk all the time, he wouldn't talk?
He could. It's possible.
He froze up.
There's a high fly ball to the shortstop end. Schwanz hauls that one in for out number 1. Again, 1 pitch, 1 out for sophomore Audrey Aderman on the rubber. Next up for Memorial is the first baseman, Kayla Beglinger. There she is.
Now batting number 18, Kayla Beglinger.
Otterman rocks and delivers. Beglinger fouls it straight back for strike 1. See Cheryl Schwann's down there.
Yep. I just texted her.
There is a absolute frozen rope that Burke fields in.
Oh,
Whoop. Sorry, I was watching the play there, but yeah, Kayla Beglinger hits a line drive to right center. Burke catches it on the warning track, and Beglinger safe with a double, sitting at second. There she is. And now batting for, that was a pass ball there. Now batting for Memorial, the leadoff hitter, Lindsay Durkop.
Now batting number 10, Lindsay.
yes, we want to put most of our focus on getting her out. We're up by 3. Not spend as much time with the third baseman. But
There's a hot shot to short and a bullet from Schwann's. What was the call?
Safe.
Safe at
Yep.
first.
Yep, she was safe. She's
You
pretty
got to
quick.
give that a hit, huh? Or
Yeah, I'm not very good at scoring.
kind of bobbled it, but so we'll fix it. So Memorial with add the run there. 5-3 your score. And now batting for the Old Abes, the shortstop Ella Ray.
Next up, number 14, Ella.
Durkop at first. High ball 2. And Ray draws a walk. Was that?
Yeah, that was a walk.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, Edermanoff settled in. She was throwing pretty well for there a while, and then we just missed that one, and then walked that one on 4 straight pitches.
So Durkop at second, Ray at first, and it brings up Aaron Holtzinger with 1 down. Holtzinger fouls that one back, strike 1.
At the plate, number 28, Aaron Holzinger.
0-1 your count. Aderman gets her sign and delivers. Strike right down the pipe.
Yeah, and one thing you don't notice unless they don't do it. The second baseman Georgia Bankston, you notice she's backing up the throw to the pitcher every time. So that would get a little old. Just running over there like she does. Oh.
So Torres threw that one down to Kibble at first to try to get Ella Ray napping. She doesn't. And heads up play by Lindsay Durkop. She scoots over to third. So Holtzinger that's hit the straightaway center.
Anytime there's a hit, you want it to go to Lily Burke.
Yeah. So Holtzinger flies out to Lily Burke in center for out number. I didn't have. I only had 2 outs there, but yeah, who struck out?
The one right before 28.
Who? So was that Holtzinger that just batted, or was that
No,
Cole?
that was Kohler.
Okay, so Holtzinger struck out. Okay, I missed that. All right, so we're all set right there. All right, so due up next for the Wildcats here in the bottom of the 4th. I'm going to fix that.
We got
Who do we have coming up to visit?
we've got the one and only Mila Torres. How you doing, Mila?
Good.
Good.
So joining us in the press box, another youth softball player, Mila Torres, and she is the younger sister of Jordan Torres. Do you have a nickname yet? I suppose not until you get to high school, I bet.
Not yet.
What grade are you in, Mila?
6th.
Tell me a little bit about what you like about softball, playing youth softball.
I think it's really fun because I get to see a lot of my friends, and I just think it's really fun to play.
What's your favorite position?
I play pitcher.
Okay. Well, that's a good spot.
Yeah.
What kind of bat do you have?
I don't know, honestly.
DeMarini, Ghost.
Speaking Mila Torres, your big sister, the Jet Jordan Torres, is at the plate.
Yeah.
She flied out to left in the first and grounded out to second in the second inning.
So you can kind of critique her if you want.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Torres takes a rip at it, swings through it. 1-1 is the count.
So you're in 6th grade. You go to middle school. First year of middle school, you're almost done. You're going to be in 7th grade.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite teacher at Meyer Middle School?
Probably Miss Fletcher.
Miss Fletcher is a pretty cool person, isn't she?
Yeah.
And Torres, Jordan that is, drops a soft liner into left field for a base hit. And luck of the draw, we have her younger sister, Mila, up in the booth with us for youth softball day here at the ballpark.
And you are in 12U, Mila?
Yeah.
And Hacksaw, Jordan Schwans, gets drilled. She heads over to first.
Did you have your first game this week?
Yesterday.
Yesterday, how'd it go?
We won the first one and lost the second.
Well, both teams were happy then.
Yeah.
Who did you play?
St. Croix Central.
Okay.
Ralston squares around to bunt.
That's nice. I like that.
Yeah, Ralston moves Torres and Schwans over to second and third, respectively. And sack bunt for Ralston for out number 1. And it brings up the second baseman, Georgia Bankston.
Now batting number 6, Georgia, J.B. Bankston.
Bankston takes the ball high and outside. 1-0 your count. Torres on third, Schwans on second, and Mila Torres in the press box doing a little chit-chat with Paul Aderman and myself.
Yeah, and Mila's a real talker, so I'm hoping that she doesn't just get all excited and start yelling and screaming when we get the next big hit.
Do you want to do the play-by-play with just let you do that? Take over play-by-play duties with Alexis Ralston at the plate. Or excuse me, George Bankston, I mean. Doms rocks and delivers, and Bankston swings through with a strike. 1-2 is your count. 1 down here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Wildcats up 5-3. They got 4 in the 3rd. And looking for more here in the bottom of the 4th. Bankston evens up the count at 2 apiece. Foul ball there. We're going to play Roses and Thorns. We played it with what was
Leah Larson and Maisie Cook.
So you know what Roses and Thorns is?
No.
So you have to tell what was the best thing that happened to you today. That's your rose, and the worst thing that happened to you today. That's your thorn. So what was your rose and your thorn for today? There's Bankston with a bullet straight up the middle. That's going to score Torres and Schwans. Got a little nonchalant there, right?
She gonna try to make that a ESPN like that close or what?
So a 2-run single off the bat of Georgia Bankston, and the Wildcats take a 7-3 lead.
I saw you jump up a little bit when she got that hit.
Yeah.
So what is your rose? Best part of your day?
At school, we had this little
Probably Mr. Sticks class.
I did have his class today. But we had this little fiesta, and I got to go and eat some good food. So, and then my thorn was probably waking up early for school.
No, that's my thorn almost every day.
Yeah.
Waking up early.
I was hoping you weren't going to say gym class.
You're an early bird.
I am an early bird. If I'm not up by 5, I'm nervous.
Are you more of a night owl? You like?
Yeah.
Me too. Well, we're the Memorial Old Abes are having a little meeting on the rubber.
Greg sends me 10 texts in the 3 hours I've been sleeping when he's up, and then I send him 10 back.
Right.
But he's still sleeping when I'm responding to him. Well, thanks for coming up, Mila. I appreciate it.
It was nice to meet you. Or
nice to meet you.
not meet you, but see you.
Yeah, well, have a great season. Have fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mila Torres was joining us in the booth. We're celebrating Girls Youth Softball Day here in the press box on the campus of the University of Wisconsin River Falls.
And a lot of people might not know it, but Mila's mom, Chantel, was on the board of the youth softball for a very long time and ran all kinds of things. Meat raffle, and Mila was always there.
Yeah.
Now at the plate for the Wildcats, first baseman Morgan Kivel.
Well, thanks, Mila.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good night.
Kivel squares the bunt. And they're going to get nice throw down. Michaela Lillander gets Georgia Bankston trying to steal for out number 2.
Yeah, it was worth a shot to see what the catcher had.
Yeah.
And catcher made a nice throw.
So 2 down now. 2-1's your count. Wildcats did get 2 across here in the bottom of the 4th. Torres singled. Schwanz was hit by a pitch, and then Georgia Bankston singled them both in. And there's your 2 runs here in the bottom of the 4th. Morgan Kibble at the plate for the Wildcats. 3-1's the count as sophomore Ava Larson sits on deck. Kibble straight back. Foul.
Just
Strike
about
2.
hit her mom. Just about hit her mom.
Good little crowd filtering it, or and ball 4, Kibble walks. And with 2 down, it brings up the third baseman, sophomore Ava Larson. Coach Matt Smith's barking some signals out to her.
Now batting number 14, third baseman.
Dom's
Ava
rocks
Larson.
delivers a little inside, ball 1.
And last inning was that base. Ava had a bases loaded double, right?
She did. 2 RBI double. Doms delivers. Larson fouls one off over by Coach Smith. Kibble at first, and Larson takes ball 2 inside. Boy, I do like that camera shot right there, Paul, that you got in center.
Good deal.
Courtesy of Peg Aderman.
Right in the perfect spot.
Yeah. And Ava Larson, you got to give that a single. I mean, she just
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
hit it right.
Yeah, not the one you like to see as a pitcher.
Yeah, Ella Ray, the shortstop, she went and fielded it cleanly, but there was Morgan Kibble was already at second, and Ava Larson.
Now batting
Yeah, the only chance they'd have had is if the third baseman could have cut it off.
Yeah. So with Morgan Kibble on second, Ava Larson on first, it brings up the designated player, Sydney Kibble.
Takes a big rip at it.
Swings through, strike 1. 7-3 is your score. Little timeout here.
I'm supposed to mention Cheryl Schwantz is in the stands, and she's got the senior sponsor tribute book. If you haven't seen one of those, parents can. Here's one of Ty Mannanen.
Yeah.
Good looking kid, baseball player, great parents.
That's a heck of a book, the production that they put together there.
Yeah, I just flipped right to it, and lo and behold, his dad went and got my raincoat today from the baseball field.
That was nice of him.
But parents can get pictures. Oh, and there's Jack Mannon, Brooklyn Bishop. Your parents can pay for a page in it, and it's kind of like
A little keepsake.
I'd say the annual in my day.
Right.
The
yearbook.
The yearbook. Yeah.
Yeah, we called them annuals too.
Yeah.
We did. There's about 120 signatures on there that say "Stay cool this summer." Stay cool this summer.
That is just a classic Greg Peters line.
Yeah. Sydney Kibble at the plate. 3-1 is your count. 2 down, 2 runners on, and Doms throws that one high, and Kibble will saunter down to first base. Bases are full of Wildcats for freshman Danny Pellinger. Pellinger was hit by a pitch in the first, had a
right fielder Danny Pellinger.
had a sac bunt in the third, and she'll be swinging away here with 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th.
Oh,
Pellinger rips one to left, and at the wall, left fielder Lindsey Durkop, probably the best player the Old Abes have, makes a heck of a play at the fence. Pellinger gave it a ride, but just about a foot short from going over the fence. That was about the loudest third out you're going to see, Paul.
yes.
At the end of 4, your Wildcats leave the.
Oh, the Wildcats get 2 runs on 1, 2, 3 hits. They leave 3, and we head to the top of the 5th inning. Wildcats up 7-3. Top of the 5th.
We had 2 other girls that came up here, and I'm not sure who said, "Hey, head up there." But we were interviewing Mila, so I'm hoping we can get them to come back up here.
I think you should interview outgoing board president Angela.
We could easily do that.
They should talk about the accomplishments over the last 3 years.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things, and you probably, she's former, or you're not former, you're still acting, right? Or who's the president of youth softball now? Mitch Peterson's taken over as the president.
Doing a fantastic job.
Do it. And Angie Clifton is not only doing public address duties, she's also going to get interviewed.
She's going to be tied up here pretty quick. She got cords all over the place.
Well, leading off for the Old Abes in the top of the 5th inning is third baseman Taylor Beneke. So how many, Angie, and you don't have to get it right on the dot, but how many, one of the things I know you can announce a player, and then we'll talk. You're doing double duty right now.
Yes, you have to be patient with me.
I will.
Leading off in the top of the 5th for the Old Abes, number 15, Taylor Beneke.
Beneke fouls one to third. Yeah, that's I think unprecedented. I don't know if we've ever had the public address announcer also color commentate and answer questions at the same time. But so before you took over as president, so was Paul the president? There's a hot shot to third and fielded nicely by Ava Larson. Sends it over to Kibble for out number 1, 5-3 if you're scoring at home. But how many? Go ahead and announce the next batter. This is a little tough with her.
It's fun, though.
Now batting number 17, Brianna Berlin.
How many girls were in youth softball 3 years ago, just generally speaking?
It's tough to say. I know right now we're up to close to 120 girls. We have 10 teams.
Yeah, that's outstanding.
4 12U teams this year, which is incredible.
So Bankston fielded that ground ball, threw it to first for the second out of the inning. So 2 up, 2 down for Audrey Aderman. And Angie Clifton will announce the next batter for the Old Abes.
Headed to the plate for Memorial, number 12, Michaelin Lilliander. I don't think I've gotten that name right all day today.
There's a hot shot to left. That hits the grass right before Ralston fields it, so a single off the bat of Michaela Lillander. She's 1 for 2 on the day. She walked in the first. And now batting the pitcher, McKenna Doms.
I think it's okay if I don't announce her name. Hopefully we get the out fast enough I don't have to.
Larson fields, fires, and Doms grounds out for the third out of the inning. 5-3 if you're scoring at home. So good inning by pitcher Audrey Aderman. 4 up, 3 down as we head to the bottom of the 5th. So, yeah, let's chat for a little bit. So we have you said you have about 120 girls playing softball now?
Yeah, I think that's where we're at. We had an 8U team for the first time this year, which was great, and we actually had to turn kids away for the first time. So it was something we never want to do, but yeah, it was awesome to have the interest. And so we had an 8U, 2 10U teams, 4 12U teams, 2 14s, and a high school team this year.
Wow. Yeah, and there's just they this year's freshman class, I think, and I knew this from talking to Paul maybe last year, but the freshman class that they have, I think your camera, Steve, went to sleep on you again. Steve, your camera went to sleep on you again, I think, over there.
I think he's whispering sweet nothings.
I don't know why
in the music lady's ear.
I have to ask the Godfather why that does that.
Well, it's interesting because the one in center field has not been touched.
I know. I don't know.
Yeah. I have to fix the score. I messed up. See, I told you guys I was going to mess something
Yeah.
up.
Oh.
Yep. She's good. I have to ask Kevin. It's something I.
It's got to be an auto shut off.
Yeah, it has to be. Well, due up for the Wildcats here in the bottom of the 5th inning, Lily Burke, Jordan Torres, and the hacksaw Jordan Schwans.
I don't know how. Yeah. This may be a bad idea. I'm messing it up. I have to edit the score.
Here, maybe Paul can run over there and
Now
Try to
batting
figure
for
it
the
out.
Wildcats, number 24, Lily the Diesel Burke.
Lily Burke homered in the first. She walked in the second and grounded out to third in the third inning. 1 for 2 on the day. Takes that ball inside. 1-1 the count.
Yeah, so
McKenna Doms still on the rubber for the Old Abes. As Jonah Severson saunters on into the ballpark. Ava Peters calling me. I'm on the broadcast. Ava, you're joining. Thanks for joining us. First time caller, long time listener. Go ahead, Ava.
Just wanted to see where you were.
Well, I'm calling the game. You're live on the air. Thanks for calling.
Where are
As
you, though?
Lily Burke, we're at UW River Falls. We're here at Fay Perkins Field on the campus of University of Wisconsin River Falls. Lily Burke at the plate for the Wildcats. Ava Peters on the phone calling in, and we don't know. She probably wants money or the car, one of the two. Which is it?
Money.
Yep. You're going to have to come to Fay Perkins Field at UWF and pick it up. You're the second daughter that's called today that's come and got money.
Okay.
All right. You have to come up to the press box and get the keys, and the wallet is in the console. Just keep taking money. It leaves faster when you get there. Lily Burke hits a bullet to center and fielded nicely by center fielder Aaron Holtzinger. Nice play in center.
I think when I come back in life, I just want to be a Peter's daughter. I mean, you just call up and
Yeah, they just it's unbelievable. Like,
not this much action at.
I don't spend any of it either. None of it. I never do. It just comes and goes.
now batting for the
So on the
Cats,
scoreboard,
number
the
23,
Old Abes took a
Jordan
13-7
the
lead.
Jet Torres.
Oh,
I think a 10 got put in there. Maybe,
oh!
on
I thought I
accident.
could just run that around to 0. Well, shoot! I had the inning right.
So Lily Burke hit a bullet to center, but flied out for out number 1, and Jordan Torres now at the plate for the Wildcats with 1 down. Torres, a little foul out of play, or just inside the fence. Wildcats up 7-3 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Torres at the plate, and that gets her right on the thigh, and she'll head to first base. So Jordan Torres hit by a pitch, and the hacksaw, Jordan Schwann's now at the plate for the Wildcats. She's going with a tight braid. That splits the difference on the double deuce number 22 on her back of her jersey. Schwann's lined out to third in the first inning. Reached and scored on an error in the third and was hit by a pitch in the fourth. She's scored 2 runs today to lead her Wildcats. Schwann's takes a rip at an inside fastball, fouls it off. 0-2 the count.
At the plate for the Wildcats, number 22, Jordan Schwantz.
The hacksaw, Jordan Schwann's opening up the stance. And she skies one to short. And shortstop Ella Ray hauls that one in for out number 2. And that'll bring up a left fielder, Alexis Ralston. So Torres still at first, Ralston at the plate. And Ralston takes a fastball on the outside part of the plate. I think that was a strike. I didn't really see a... Ralston takes that one high. Ball 2. Oh, we have a couple of we'll wait for the third out, and then you can go ahead and introduce them if you want, Paul.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
that's okay. So, hi, I'm
Who
Paul.
do we have here with us?
I'm Casey.
And I'm Abby.
So, Abby, why don't you come right to her, by her. So you're Casey, what's your last name?
Cornell.
Casey Cornell.
Birnbaum.
Birnbaum. What age group of softball are you guys in?
We're in 12U.
12U. Nice. What schools do you go to?
We go to the Meyer Middle School.
Meyer Middle. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right. 6th grade.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going into 7th next year, and you've only got about 2 weeks left.
Yeah.
Pretty sweet. Which who's the coach of your team?
I have Chad Visger.
And I have Bob.
Bob. Okay, Coach Bob and Coach Chad. Good deal.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite positions?
I'm a pitcher. Like, that's my number one position, and then I also catch. And then when I'm not doing those, I'm playing third base. But my coach has played me so much that he knows that I'm able to play anywhere.
That's sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So no matter where he sends you, you just sprint out there at the beginning of the inning and take your spot and say, I'm going to do as good as I can in that spot.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. And can you go a little closer to her? There you go. And what's your favorite position? Third base. Nice. Third base is fun. That's what I used to play when I played fast pitch softball. Third base. It's a hot corner. That's where they hit the screaming line drives.
Yeah.
Nice. So do you guys have game? You know what? I went out to the field last night, and I think I saw a 12U team playing.
Which field was it on?
The varsity high school field.
That was my team.
It was your team. How did the game end up?
We won the last game, but we lost the first game.
Okay. And it looked like you were playing the Menominee Mustangs.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're usually pretty good, so that's pretty good if you got a split with them.
Yeah.
Good deal. What's your favorite thing about Coach Visger?
He's just very supportive of, like, all of the girls on our team, and, like, he doesn't leave anyone out when they're playing. So he'll, like, play everyone.
That's awesome. So everybody kind of rotates around, plays a new spot, because you never know where you're going to play when you get older. So it's good to learn them all.
Yeah, he also lifts up all the girls and, like, makes them feel comfortable, like, around the whole team.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That's awesome. How about you? What's your favorite part about Coach Bob?
He's really nice. Very, like, happy all the time.
Sounds like the kind of guy I want to hang around with. Very nice and happy all the time.
Yeah.
Well, that's sweet. Good job. Well, thanks for coming up and
thanks, girls, for coming up.
Chatting with us. We appreciate it. Hey, have a great season.
Thanks.
All right. Thanks for coming to watch the game, too.
See ya.
Well, that was Georgia Bankston that had the single to right that scored. Ralston and Torres puts 2 more on the board for the Wildcats. They take a 9-3 lead. Kibble takes the ball low. Brandy Pellinger is getting scolded by the home plate ump.
What's wrong with the music?
Kibble, good swing on that. Nice play at third. Third baseman Taylor Beneke fires over to first for the third out of the inning, but not before the Wildcats score 2 runs on 1 hit, and the 1 hit was a RBI single by Georgia Bankston, and that gives the Wildcats a 9-3 lead. 5-3 for the third out of the inning.
Well, it's a good thing these umps don't hit the field in Hudson. Hudson plays the music so loud you can't even hardly think.
And we're going to say thanks again to our sponsors, Dana and Jeremy Cudd, property executives, really. Johnny's Bar since 1946 in downtown River Falls. Thanks once again to Dave and Cheryl Dentman. And River City Stitch on 2nd Street in River Falls in downtown Prescott. And be sure to put in your vote for the Wildcat Baller of the Game, sponsored by River City Stitch. They'll get a T-shirt. Paul, who do you got so far? We got Schwans and Torres have scored 2 runs apiece. Alexis Ralston scored 2 runs apiece. Let's see, we've got Bankston's 2 for 4. Ava Larson's 2 for 2.
Yeah, and she had the double with bases loaded.
Oh, Danny Pellinger was like a foot away from hitting a grand slam. He'll at least get this off here.
Right. We've got 1 vote for Ava Larson for baller of the game. Little help by the batter there.
Yeah.
Hutter brought the high heat, and she went for it.
So leading off, we'll see. Let's get to the top of the 6th here. Let's fix that.
Starts off 0-2, so that's a good start for Aderman.
Kayla Beglinger, first baseman for the Old Abes, leading it off.
I think she was the one that
top of the 6th.
hit the long gap shot.
She did. Yep, that was in the 4th inning. She doubled and scored in the 4th. And she rockets one right up the middle.
Oh. We got to talk better on that. We could have still had a play.
So you got to give her a single there.
Yep.
So Beglinger, 2 for 3 on the afternoon. She had a double in the in the 4th, and then singled here in the top of the 6th. And we're back at the top of the order. Lindsay Durkop at the plate for Memorial. Durkop walked and scored in the 1st. She grounded out to 3rd in the 2nd and reached on an error in the 4th. Aderman's pitch high, 2-0 the count. Beglinger on first for Memorial. There she is. And there is sophomore Audra Aderman, rocks and fires a strike right down the pipe. The 2-1 pitch, a little high and outside, ball 3. Aderman looking for her 5th win on the mound for the Wildcats tonight. Straight back foul right at your screen there.
I thought that was going to be right in our lap.
Yep. It would have been if there wasn't a big net right there.
Yeah, they didn't mess around when they built this booth. This is nice. You see all around, protected.
Yeah.
Once I shut that door, it dropped about 15 degrees.
And throw down. Oh, what a play.
Oh!
What a throw and what a play by Schwanz. I'm sorry I missed it on the camera switch, but Schwanz just Torres threw a bullet down to Schwanz, and there was no slide by Beglinger, and Schwanz just tagged her right on the shoulder for out number 2.
I think the whole place was shocked.
A strike him out, throw him out, courtesy of Jordan Torres.
Had the girl slid, I don't think we'd have had her because we were all delayed, the fans and the people in the field. They're on her taking off. I don't know. Did she leave late?
Well, I think it was maybe a delayed steal, and then Durkop went down swinging, and Torres just ripped off a throw, and Schwanz ran over there and got it and just tagged her right on the shoulder. It was perfect placement. 2 down here in the top of the 6th inning.
Yeah, when I finally caught on that the girl was going, I thought, well, what the heck's she doing?
Yeah.
I thought she thought it was a foul ball or something.
Ella Ray at the plate for Memorial. Ray singled and scored in the 1st. She also singled in the 2nd, and she walked in the 4th. She 2 for 2 on the afternoon. And Morgan Kibble runs in, makes a nice play in foul territory for the 3rd out of the inning.
That's a big hustle play.
F3 for scoring at home. And Aderman's been on cruise control for the last couple innings. As we head to the bottom of the 6th, Wildcats up 9-3. Due up for the Wildcats in the bottom of the 6th. 3rd baseman Ava Larson, designated player Sydney Kibble, and right fielder Danny Pellinger. Pellinger just missed a grand slam in the 4th.
Yeah, I thought we were going to have Harper Shears and Jazzy Schwantz come up.
I'd like to talk to those two.
They started up. I think
you'd like to listen. I think the fans would like to listen to Jazzy Schwantz.
They started up here before, and then we had the other two on, so we missed it.
McKenna Dom's still on the rubber for Memorial. And there's Ava Larson at the plate for the Wildcats.
Number 14, Ava Larson.
Doms delivers, and Larson rips one to center, but it's a can of corn for center fielder Aaron Holtzinger for out number 1.
That Holsinger looked a little bit, reminded me of Ricky Henderson.
Yeah.
She kind of just drifted back, one hand up with a little flip.
Can of corn. Now batting for the Wildcats, designated player number 13, Sydney Kivel. Doms gets the first strike, 0-1 the count.
I think Nora Killian's coming in to be interviewed.
Can you just shut off the walk-up music? The other team's not.
There's a
liking
fly
it.
ball to center once again.
Thank you.
Yep.
And Aaron Holtzinger records the second out of the inning. F8 once again in the book. And now freshman Danny Pellinger at the plate for River Falls.
Next up, 25, Danny Pellinger.
And if you do see the scoreboard, it's really 9-3.
We got
at the field.
it on the scoreboard here. Pellinger fouls that one straight back, 0-1 the count. 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Wildcats with a 9-3 lead over Eau Claire Memorial. Wildcat pitcher Audrey Aderman been on cruise control the last couple innings for the Wildcats. Pellinger hits another bullet to left field. And once again,
well, Danny.
left fielder Lindsey Durkop hauls that one in for out number 3. Pellinger hit 2 bullets the last 2 times at the plate.
Yep, hammered both of them.
So two well-hit fly balls to center and another well-hit ball off the bat of Pellinger. And after 6 innings of play, the Wildcats, we head to the top of the 7th. Wildcats still up 9-3. And now here, you can, go ahead. So joining us now in the booth on River Falls Youth Softball Day is Harper Schurz, 7th grader Harper Schurz, and 8th grader, right, Jazzy Schwans. Hey, thanks for joining us, girls.
Yeah.
Harper, so you've kind of been up in the booth playing tunes most of the games, doing the pregame music. What do you bring? What does your pregame music bring to the girls, do you think?
I mean, they kind of begged me for it, but like,
Who selected the songs?
It's like Jordan Torres' playlist and like
Okay.
Jordan Schwantz.
Yeah. Jazzy, what? Tell me about 8th grade softball. I've been hearing from quite a few people that you got a big stick. You've been hitting the ball well, I heard.
Oh yeah, kinda. I try my best.
Who's a better hitter? Do you think, you or Jordan Schwantz?
Me.
I like it. I like the confidence. Harper, what's you're a pitcher, aren't you? I saw you practicing pitching. Paul, you can ask her a question, Paul.
Yeah. So what's your first thing you think about when you're going to start pitching in a game?
Well, I just like go. I always just like think I'm gonna throw a strike, and like I have a positive attitude when I'm doing it too.
That's important. Positive attitude, even if it's not going good, right? Yep. Just act like a duck. Pretend that nothing's phasing you.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite person to pitch to?
Like hitting or catching.
No, like who's your favorite person you like to practice pitching with?
Oh, my dad.
That's a good answer.
That's a great
he
answer.
does it all the time, so you better make sure to say it's your dad.
Coach Ryan Schurz catching his daughter Harper in warm-ups. Who pitches to you most of the time, Jazzy, when you're practicing your batting skills?
Usually my coaches, or like sometimes I hit off our main pitcher for like BP. That's fun.
Your dad doesn't throw you pitches?
Oh yeah, my dad does too.
Jason Schwans
Yes, he
is
does.
a heck of a pitcher.
Yes, he's my favorite.
I think Jazzy just went to the 4th favorite Schwantz kid after she.
I'm
Yeah.
the first.
Say her dad
Yeah.
was,
I'm the
number 1
first.
pitcher.
I swear, guys, I'm the first. I'm definitely the favorite.
So this is it, right? Top of 7.
Yeah. What did What did Aaron Holtzinger do the first batter?
She struck out.
Okay, so we had two strikeouts by Aderman. And so now up is Taylor Beneke.
No, 22.
And Beneke.
So it's one strikeout. No.
One strike.
Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. All right. F6. So there's 2 down.
Batting number 15, Taylor Beneke.
Yeah, so now batting is third baseman Taylor Beneke. Sorry, girls, go ahead.
Go ahead. What? I don't know what to say.
What grade are you?
I'm in 7th grade.
7th grade. Middle school.
Yeah.
We've been doing roses and thorns with everybody up here. So tell me what your favorite thing of the day was and what your least favorite thing of the day was. Roses and thorns. What's your rose first, Harper?
I think like my dad picking me up and I didn't have to ride the bus.
Ooh, that's a good one. Jazzy, what's your favorite? What was your rose for the day?
Probably coming here, but then also my thorn is probably having track practice.
Oh.
'Cause my legs hurt.
What's your rose, Harper?
My thorn.
Or I'm sorry, your thorn. I mean.
My thorn is probably I'm sore because I had a game yesterday.
Oh, okay. Well, we had Taylor Beneke drew a walk with 2 down, and it brings up right fielder Brianna Berlin. You guys like chewing gum?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you can hear it.
Yeah, you can, Harper's.
Reminded me back on the farm, like the sheep. They just keep chewing the grass and you hear it all the time.
Well, you guys, if you're gonna put the headset on, you guys maybe do some commentating, like talk about the game.
Come on, Jordan. No more errors.
I think we're doing pretty well with the hitting today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like our base running and stuff.
Pitcher Audrey Aderman's been on cruise control the last couple innings.
Yeah.
Throwing strikes.
Yeah.
That's good. Ava Larson's been doing pretty good too.
After being removed off the batting order, she's made a good comeback.
Yeah,
Okay.
Definitely.
Aderman rocks and delivers.
Ooh, yeah, that's good.
Hot shot to third, fielded by Larson, over to Kibble at first. And ladies and gentlemen, that is your ball game.
Ava's also a really good infielder too.
Yeah, good job, Ava.
That was almost predicted. You
I-
called it and then she
I
made
think
it.
Yeah.
she should be the player of the game.
Yeah.
Ava Larson?
Yeah,
Well,
she's
she
not-
did. Let's see. She did. She had a great game at third.
Yeah.
And she also went 2 for 3 at the plate.
Which is really
Yeah,
good.
So
especially being in the hot spot,
you two
too.
want to vote? You two want to vote for her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ava
Let
Larson.
me check the
My mom also commented Ava Larson, so.
Yes. Yeah.
Which one?
Ava
we had a
Larson.
fan comment, Ava Larson,
Okay.
baller of the game.
Well, we had whoever's chewing gum here in the press box voted for Ava Larson. We had a fan vote for Ava Larson. I thought Ava Larson had a heck of a game too. Wildcats won decisively today by a final of 9-3, and your River City Stitch baller of the game is sophomore Ava Larson. So we'll get Ava up here for. If Steve, I tell you what we can do is maybe have Ava come up here, and you can just turn the. Well, I don't know if that's going to work either. Yeah. There. Oh, yeah. There you go. Yeah.
And
Yep.
I might run and go get that ladder down.
Sure.
I volunteered tonight down at the Swinging Bridge at 7:00. I'll be
Yeah. Yep.
serving beer for a fundraiser for Big Brothers and Big Sisters, and that's a great cause. So if you're getting thirsty and hungry, stop on down there.
Let's try to get. I'm going to change this. If you're going to take that camera down, I got to do that right there. We go.
Mom, if you're watching,
There we go.
Thanks for watching. I set her up yesterday at her place down in Lake Crystal, and she was hoping to be able to dial into the game today.
Yeah, if we here, we'll get it set up where maybe we'll have Ava sit. She can stand right there, and
Yeah.
I'll ask her. Or which way you're gonna? Wherever you're gonna.
Yep, I think he's going right towards this door.
Well, yeah, the Wildcats. Wildcats improved to 7-11 on the season. They go to 2-9 in the BRC. Audrey Aderman picks up the win today. She improves to 5-8, and she's been coming on. She has been coming on. Wildcats have been getting better and better every game. Let's see. The Wildcats got 1 in the first and 4 in the third, and they added 2 in the fourth and 2 in the fifth, and they win by a final of 9-3. We're waiting for Ava Larson to come up, and she'll be up here in a little bit. Look, it's a little windy.
Steve's going to shut that door, and then we'll be good.
Well, one more time before we have Ava Larson up here. Well, thanks again to Dana and Jeremy Cutt from Property Executives Realty, and also Johnny's Bar, downtown River Falls since 1946, and owners Cheryl and Dave Dentman. Thanks to Johnny's, and also River City Stitch, and River City Stitch also sponsors the Baller of the Game with the T-shirts, and we'll talk to Ava Larson here in just a few minutes. We'll get her up in the press box.
I'm going to text Angie and say, have Georgia come this way to pick out a T-shirt, too. Does
Yeah,
that sound good?
And I did, and Coach Smith may have given her one.
Oh, okay.
He because I asked him to, but
Okay.
we can ask him. So, yeah, they had, let's see what we had. So, Aderman had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strikeouts on the afternoon. So, yeah.
Yeah, other than the first inning, got a little shaky there for a bit when they got the 2 runs, but after that,
Yeah.
it was.
Torres scored. She scored in the 4th and the 5th. Schwann scored in the 3rd and the 4th, and Alexis Ralston, that middle of the sort of that 2-3-4 spot. Ralston scored 2 runs. She scored in the 3rd and in the 5th. But Ava Larson, she had a big 2 RBI double in the 3rd inning, and then she also had a single in the 4th. And she had quite a few great plays at 3rd. And she was named our River City Stitch Baller of the Game, and we'll talk with Ava here in just a minute or two.
Yeah, I would say it was at least 4 putouts.
Yeah.
If
I
not
can
more.
tell you. So she had 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, 4. She had 4 putouts. 4 putouts at 3rd. No errors. Clean ball game. Torrey Priggy's down there. It looks like he was scouting.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, hopefully this is a good push into this weekend and the Monday get some wins. Got a couple games tomorrow, or
Yeah.
I should say on Saturday. Or no, game tomorrow, Prescott, and then 2 games on Saturday, St. Croix Central and Baldwin, and then back at it with Eau Claire Memorial at Eau Claire Memorial on Monday.
Yeah,
So-
busy weekend for sure.
Yeah. You
I wonder if does Ava know to come up here?
Yeah, I think Angie's
Okay.
going down to get her.
Yeah, good. Yeah, Danny, boy, she just missed the grand slam. She hit that one good.
I'd rather
too.
seen a base hit, but
Yeah.
no, I think everybody had a pretty solid game tonight.
Yeah, they hit the
good
ball
pitching
well.
from Audra and.
Yeah, what kind of? Let's see. I can look up too. Well, you said who we play St. Croix Central. Is that right?
Yep, St. Croix Central
tomorrow
and Baldwin. Nope, we play Prescott tomorrow.
Oh, Prescott, yeah.
And we're at Prescott, and then we're at St. Croix Central and at Baldwin. So we're gonna go play one
that's
first
right.
and then travel over the other.
That's right.
And then we have the makeup game with Eau Claire Memorial at Eau Claire Memorial on Monday.
Okay.
And then I believe it's Chippewa Falls. And then
baseball. I know, like when they get, they got rained. They were got rained out on Tuesday as well, and they just playing a doubleheader today.
Yeah,
just in River Falls. But
yep, I was thinking they would do a doubleheader today here with Eau Claire Memorial, but they want their home game, so don't blame them.
Yeah, I don't blame. Yeah, don't blame. And it also worked out well too. I mean, with Memorial, Paul said they had 9 girls today because they had quite. There was a few of them that were taking tests and they. They didn't get done in time, and they had to take off. So
interesting.
But it's do we just play over at UW River Falls one time this year?
This is the only time that I know of.
Okay.
There won't be any more games, so yeah, I think they typically try to do 1 game a year.
Yeah, and I know, and Coach Smith, I know he wanted to have it because they had played here quite a bit, and they've played at the First National Bank of River Falls Field a few times and stuff in the past, and he kind of wanted, their home field to kind of be their field and then kind of own it and love it and improve it and stuff, and they have been. It does,
I would say that's a great goal to have, and they've made some significant improvements in the infield with new dirt. I think we're getting a new scoreboard. We're looking at the Youth Association donated some money for new bullpens,
right?
And I think next year also we're going to be looking at new batting cages.
Yeah,
so.
and we're getting the games broadcasted and trying to get the product out to the public and stuff. So it's been fun calling the games. I've had a blast. I mean, they're so soft. The fast pitch softball is so fun to watch. It's just there's stuff going on every play, and Ava Larson She is walking up in her spikes and in her cleats as we speak. I can hear them clicking on the aluminum seating. So we'll get her lined up here.
Oh, locked her out.
And there we go. Ava Larson. Let's see if we get you stand right. You got her? Yeah. Here, I tell you what, stand right there behind the windows that you can see a little bit. There you go. There you go. So, Ava, you had 4 putouts today at third, played a great third base, also had a couple of hits and an RBI. So, awesome game today. Tell me a little bit about it.
I don't really know, but I was just trying to play my best for my team and get another conference dub.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things, too, that I think's been such a key, I mean, you're, just a sophomore, but, like, your fielding percentage over at third I've been very, very impressed with that.
Thank you.
Tell me about, what you do, at third to kind of work on your defense.
I guess definitely during the off season, I practice a lot and making sure like I can go anywhere, and that's really it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like you field it so clean, and your throws over to first, I mean, they're just right on the dot. I mean, every time.
Thank you.
And lately, like the last couple of weeks, like your offense is starting to click.
Yeah.
Like you're hitting the ball. Why are you hitting the ball better now?
I think I just have a lot more confidence. I think my confidence was definitely lower at the start of the season, but just building it up and knowing that my team has my back. I struggle.
Did you have some of the older players kind of talk to you a little bit, or the coach or coaches to talk to you?
Yeah, sure. Definitely just says like keep my head up and get the next one.
Okay. Well, you are our River City Stitch baller of the game. There's the box of T-shirts right there. We'll pick one. We'll have Steve pick one out for you. Are you a medium or what size do you wear?
I'll do large if you have one.
We do have those. I like my T-shirts a little loose.
Yeah, oversized.
But yeah.
Thank you.
Why did you pick number 14, by the way? Or did they just give it to
you? So I was always 18 growing up through like little league and stuff, and then Alicia had it last year, and I just picked 14, and I am gonna stick with it. I think.
Well, we had your little sister on earlier today.
Yeah.
We had youth. It was youth softball night in the press box, so we had a lot of different kids up here, and one of the things they did, their roses and thorns. So you know what that is. So you had to pick out what your favorite thing of the day was today, and what the worst thing of the day was. So you do your roses and thorns, and then we'll end the interview. What was your rose today?
I guess my rose was getting a win today. I felt really good. And my thorn, I don't really know. Today was a pretty good day.
Okay, you don't have to have that's a good one. You don't have to have a thorn. That's all. That's good. But Ava, congratulations on winning the River City Stitch Baller of the Game. Great game today, and we will see you next time on the River Falls Sports YouTube Network next week, I believe. Right?
Thank
all right.
you.
Thanks for joining us. Good night, Ava.